Hey there, my name is Peter, this is my channel of Factory Ambition, and in this video I'm going to cover all of those 100 fragrances that I have behind me. So I'm going to spend 10, maybe 15 seconds on each fragrance, and then I'm moving on to the next one. This way I hope I can provide you with the best overview possible on what's on the market, so you can dive in deeper in the fragrances that you like. Are you ready? Then let's go! And let's not waste any more time, and we start out. The first three fragrances are from the Turkish fragrance house Nishane, and they're all extract de parfum concentrations. And the first one is Wulong Cha. It's flying under the radar. It's like a fresh tea-based fragrance, very unique. It's for summertime. What's so good about it, it is super long-lasting, probably the longest lasting summer fragrance out there. Very good. The next one is Nishane Ani, and it's exactly the opposite. This is like a winter fragrance, and it's my go-to fragrance when it's like ice cold out there, like it's minus 15, minus 20 degrees Celsius. Then I'm wearing Ani, you know, it pushes through the winter, through the cold. It's vanilla based. Oh man, the next one I have so many good memories is Hasivat, and this is for me a clubbing fragrance. It's like super potent, it's like masculine, it has so much energy. I've got so many compliments for it. Very good, you should check it out if you like clubbing. Okay, the next 5 fragrances are all from the brand Tom Ford, and the first one is the infamous Tobacco Oud. Guys, it's the most bold, the most unapologetic fragrance. Man, wear this when you have confidence. This is for a guy like Clint Eastwood, you know, a war veteran who doesn't care about what other people think. Then we have Noir Extreme, and for me it has a mysterious vibe to it. It's more for like a melancholic guy. It's like rose based, very sweet, and I imagine like a guy like Batman is wearing that, you know, like all dressed in black, mysterious. Noir Extreme. Then we have Oud Wood, and Oud Wood for me is like for a guy who doesn't want to wear Tobacco Oud but wants to have a woody fragrance. That's for a gentleman, for an older guy. Man, it's long lasting, but not as long lasting as you would think. It's good, but a bit expensive. Then we have Mandarino di Amalfi. Oh man, this is good. This is basically like Italy in a bottle. If you are driving with a Caprio in southern Italy, it's a citrus based, very good, but the longevity is not as good. Ombre Leather is the best leather fragrance on the market. What you should know is it is available in 2 concentrations, in an eau de parfum where the leather note is more dominant, so this is more for the rugged guy, and the parfum concentration, it's more for, you know, like a guy like me who wears a leather jacket in the city just for stylish, for optic reasons. I think most guys would do better with the parfum concentrations. Now we have here 4 fragrances from Dior. Let's start out with the Homme Intense, and this is how it must smell at Wall Street and a bank, like investment bank like Goldman Sachs, where they are rich people, hardworking, all dressed up in suits. Those guys wear Homme Intense. It's like iris based. Man, super good. It's a really good office fragrance, but you have to dress up. The next one, my go-to fragrance when it's 45 degrees Celsius or warmer outside. Man, you have only 2 options when it's that hot. Like, oof. Either you sit down, you take a siesta and you don't wear fragrance at all, or you wear something super light, super fresh, something like Dior Homme Cologne. Sauvage doesn't need any introduction. All of you know Sauvage. I just want to say it is a good fragrance, but it's super popular. That's the only issue that the people have with it. It's the most versatile fragrance, it's long lasting, it smells good. It used to get you compliments, nowadays it's too popular, but just because it's popular, it's not a bad fragrance. Then we have the Sauvage Elixir, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the normal Sauvage. It's lavender based, it's like super strong, it's like one of the longest lasting designer fragrance out there, very good. In the beginning I didn't like it so much, but the more I'm wearing it, it is growing on me, 100%. Now we have 3 fragrances from Paul Gaultier, ultra male, like a clubbing fragrance. Most of you guys know it. Tonka beans, pure, fun, sexy, will give you compliments. Then we have Le Beau. Be aware of it. The normal Le Beau smells like a generic bubblegum fragrance, very synthetic, very boring. Get the Le Beau Le Parfum concentration, which is a very good fragrance. Smells like a pina colada, fantastic. Then we have Le Mal And this is like the prototype of, let's say, a white floral fragrances for men. It has bifrons, it has wood. It's on the market for 30 years already. Probably your granddad or your father even did wear this once. Spicebomb Extreme. Amazing dating fragrance for winter time. Smells like the name, like a spice bomb. It's hard to explain it, but super good. Like I did wear it, not that often, but the times I did wear it, like women came up to me, like that I were not dating random women, and they asked me, hey, which fragrance are you wearing? Can you please write it down? Because I want my husband to smell like you. Crazy, huh? Very good. The normal Spice Bomb, it's not a bad fragrance, but I think Spice Bomb Extreme does everything Spice Bomb does, just a better, so it's redundant at this point in time. Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, fantastic fragrance. It has mint, it is sweetie, it is creamy, it gives you so many compliments. It smells much better, you know, in the air like this than if you would spray it on your skin. So it smells better on other people than when you smell it on yourself. Absolutely fantastic. Just the longevity is not as good. You should be aware of that. Then we have the Edition Blanche from Chanel. Smells like a lemon tart. So you have lots of lemons. It has this bright lemon summer vibe to it. But it takes a unique spin to the normal, you know, summer fragrances because it's like creamy and sweet. It smells like a lemon tart, as I said. There's tonka beans. Good one. However, it is a bit of limited in the versatility. You know, like you can't wear it in winter because the lemon, but you can't wear it when it's too hot because it's sweet. Chanel Allure, timeless classic. I mean, good office fragrance. A bit boring maybe, but I mean, this will never get out of fashion. It's a timeless DNA. Chanel Egoist, fresh one, another classic. I think this is on the market for over 30 years right now. And what makes it so special is like a fresh fragrance. However, man, it has like cinnamon in it. And you know, when you put a spoon of cinnamon in your mouth, then it's like super dry. It's the same for this fragrance. It's like a super dry fragrance. It's for serious guys. I would see it on an FBA negotiator or like a policeman or something. Bleu de Chanel, guys, all of you know the first blue fragrance on the market. There is like the eau de toilette, too citrusy. Then there's the parfum concentration. It's too heavy. Get the eau de parfum, it's the best concentration. 4 fragrances from the house Dolce and Gabbana. The one is like an absolute classic for dates. It has this warm, alluring, sexy vibe to it. You know, it's a very intimate fragrance. When you come close to somebody else, it smells very good, very inviting, very warm. Good for winter time. Get the eau de parfum over the eau de toilette because it's not long lasting, and yeah, get the eau de parfum. Light blue, and there's also like always get the light blue Eau Intense because it's longer lasting than the normal light blue. Smells for me again like Italy. Very good designer fragrance for summertime, long lasting too. Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme, and I have a personal story with this. So when I moved to Vienna, I was 21 by then. You know, I went to a perfume store and I bought this because I thought, yeah, it smells really good, it's cool, you know. Yeah, I want this. And I think it smells actually good. However, it's like most suitable for a guy, like for like a gentleman, like a mature guy in, you know, in his 50s, 60s, 70s, something like this. And I was a guy 21 and wanted to party, and I bought this one. So yeah, I think I was like misguided. I didn't have like any information about fragrances, but still it's a good fragrance. Light Blue Forever, one of the best openings of all time of all fragrances. Guys, this smells like a super amazing photorealistic grapefruit. Man, it's so juicy, it's so fresh. If the opening would last longer, it would be one of the best summer fragrances out there. Now I'm going to switch those two around, and we start first with the original Aventus. Aventus from Creed is like the most popular niche fragrance out there, the most popular expensive fragrance out there, and for a reason, because it is the most versatile niche fragrance out there. It's like basically the Sauvage in the niche world, super versatile, super good smelling. However, I have one issue with it. The longevity, at least on my skin, is not as good. Now then let's come to Aventus Cologne, and I feel it's like an improvement over the normal Aventus. Well, It is the summer version of it, but I think it's like longer lasting. It gives me more compliments. Guys, it gives me compliments. Like in the taxi, on the street, from random people, from random girls on the street. It's my #1 spot on the top 10 summer fragrance list. I think, yeah, it's my absolute favorite. And once this bottle is empty, I'm going to refill it. Then here we have a super expensive fragrance, it's Baccarat Rouge 540 from Maison Francis Cook Diane. It's available in 2 concentrations, like an Eau de Parfum, it's sweeter. You know, this is for girls. And then there is the Extrait de Parfum, it's more unisex, so you guys can also wear it because the sweetness is toned down and it's a bit more woody. It's for me the smell of a super rich person, you know, who's walking in Paris in the Champs-Élysées. And well, I'm getting nose blind for it, but it actually lasts very long. Masculine Fleuriel from the same fragrance house. You could also name it Sauvage Elixir Sport because it smells like Sauvage Elixir. It's lavender based, but in a more fresh version. Good office fragrance if you want to spend a bit more money. Here we have Amouage Reflection Men's. Guys, this is like the best white florist fragrance for men. Absolutely 100%. I imagine a guy, you know, dressed in all white, handsome, intelligent, like a gentleman. He wears like Amouage Reflection Man. Anyone can wear it, like if you're young, if you're old, if you dress up, if you dress down. Amouage Reflection Man, absolutely fantastic. One of the best fragrances out there, hands down. Now here we have Parfums de Marly Sadly. Super good, you know, it gives you this out of the shower style vibe. It's minty, it has lemon, very good. Just a bit expensive, that's the only issue that I have with it. Now here is Pegasus. And Pegasus is a very unique fragrance. Some like it, some don't. I'm like of the latter. Because for me it gives the vibe of like old metal bar. Man, I've got it cheap from a friend. I would not blind buy it, you know, no way. I must say, however, it smells really good on me. However, I can't stand it myself, so. Le Jeune Tigre from Bulgari is basically like an enhanced Sauvage. You could also call it Sauvage 2.0. So they take the versatility of Sauvage, the ambrux and the freshness, and then they add the grapefruit from Light Blue Forever. Absolutely fantastic. One of my favorites for summertime. Then here we have Malibu Party in the Bay. Guys, this has party in the name. I partied so much with it in Brazil. For me, it smells like Rio de Janeiro. When you're at the beach, you know, you're in Leblon if you've ever been there. Like there is Copacabana, then Ipanema, then Leblon, and when you drive out, like after Leblon for 20-25 minutes, it's far away, then there is Bahia da Tijuca. And in Bahia da Tijuca, along the beach are like beach clubs, you know, like techno parties, you drink a caipirinha, and then you wear Malibu Party in the Bay. Perfect, this is the vibe you get from it. Enigma Cologne from Roja Parfum smells like a Red Bull Cola taste. Exactly, you hear it right. Roja Enigma Cologne smells like a Red Bull Cola taste. I don't know how they're doing it, but it is super addicting. Probably my favorite smell of all of them, however, it doesn't last. Molecule 1 from Eccentric Molecule, very interesting, a molecule based fragrance. It has just one fragrance ingredient, you know. It is super ISO-E, so it's slightly woody, but you can't really detect it. It's hard to explain. It's basically like a second skin around you. So this is like a very good option if you're, if you're working in a profession where fragrances are not normal to wear, like you're a doctor, you're a dentist, then you might want to check out Molecule 01. Now here we have 5 fragrances from Prada. Let's start out with the normal original Prada L'Homme. I think most of you guys are aware of this, super popular by now. This is the office fragrance on the market, smells super clean like soap, very professional, good smelling. Then we have the intense version, Prada L'Homme Intense. This will make it in the top 10 list of best wintertime fragrance for me because it added to the soapy and clean Prada L'Homme DNA some tonka beans, some sweetness. So this is not only wearable to the office but also sedating, very good. Yeah, if you're looking for winter fragrance, you might want to check this out. Then we have Prada L'Homme Water Splash. I don't have the bottle here right now, but I want to talk about it. It is like the summer version of Prada L'Homme. So it takes the same DNA, makes it a bit fresher, tones down the sweetness, tones down the iris, very wearable. This is the fragrance for public office workers because it's the most inoffensive of all the options that I have here. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's discontinued, by the way. Then we have Luna Rosa Carbon. It's like a Sauvage, a bit more rounded. It lasts less. Actually, I don't know if I can recommend it to you. It's not bad, but it's also not that great. Then we have Luna Rosa Black. Very good winter fragrance because it's not too boring, but it's not, you know, too crazy. You can wear it to the office, you can wear it on dates, you can wear it on a night out. If I would ever travel and I have to do a business trip, then this might be a good option. And 3 more fragrances from Yves Saint Laurent. The first one is Y, and it is available in many different concentrations. In an eau de toilette, an eau de parfum, an eau de toilette intense, and a parfum concentration. The best one is the eau de parfum 100% because it's still fresh, but not over the top sweet. It's, you know, like a type of bubblegum fragrance. It's good, but yeah, more for younger guys, definitely. La Nuit de l'Homme. Super sexy, everybody knows it, like perfect dating fragrance. If you have a girl, you invite her over, man, La Nuit de l'Homme, it will do the job. However, you need to be strategic when you wear it because it doesn't last, especially the new formulation, sprays, 7, 8, 9 sprays. Yeah, it doesn't last, that's a big issue. And then we have Bleu Electrique. I think you should get this one over La Nuit de l'Homme, over the original, because this is twice as potent. They added some blue notes to it, made it a bit fresher, but it makes it even more versatile, I think even better. Guys, I skipped a line here, sorry. Man, you have to, you know, tell me something that I'm skipping a line. Okay, Xerior 40 Knots. Amazing fragrance. It's for like rich people. I see Jeff Bezos on his private boat, you know, on the open sea, having a nice day, sunny day. It's like very unique. It's like salty, aquatic. It has a bit of honey. I love this fragrance. However, like people tell me, you know, Peter, why are you wearing this? You smell like an old person. But hey, you can't have everything. Then we have Triumph of Bacchus. It's not that popular as fragrance, but it's super good. Guys, this is sex in a bottle. Look at the juice. Wait, I'm coming over. Okay, so it's like red juice and it smells exactly like this juice looks like. Like you have basically like rum, you have peach, you have grapes. Man, it smells like sex in a bottle. Guys, if you're like an extrovert guy and you want to have a one-night stand, then it's like Triumph of Bacchus, you have to wear this one. Lasts also really long. It's a bit sweet, however, so it's not for everyone. You need to be bold and extroverted. Okay, don't go in and, you know, I'm looking for the future mom of my 5 children. Yet, then you don't wear this one. Pardon from Nasomato is probably one of my favorite winter fragrance of all time. It's like very unique because it's like a chocolate based fragrance for men. However, it sounds a bit strange, you know, like a chocolate based fragrance. Isn't it too sweet? Isn't it too crazy? No, it's not. It's easy to wear. It's like actually very masculine. It has lots of woody notes and it has just a bit of cacao, a bit of chocolate to make it interesting. It's also an extrait de parfum. It lasts really long. And then we have Duro. You know, the last one today, Duro. From the same fragrance house, it's the fragrance for real alpha. So if you want something super masculine, you know, and you want to make an impression, you're like a real man, you want to smell masculine, then check out Duro, also an extrait de parfum, also very long lasting. Guys! This were the first 50 fragrances, and another 50 are coming in another video. I'm going to make a cut here. So if you want to see part 2 of this, then hit the subscribe button. It's going to come probably in a couple of days, maybe a week, not longer. And other than that, you know, you can also check out my website olfactoryambition.com if you want to read up on those, you know, fragrances. I have reviews there. It's available in 6 languages. Thank you for watching these videos and see you next time. Bye!